Now on to the questions for the channel. First question was, what do you look for in the opposite sex? Well, obviously I am gay, so I'm not attracted to the opposite sex. But what I look for in the opposite sex is, for friends, I really look for a great personality. Somebody who is just really good at talking, expressing their feelings, and who can have a good time and can take a joke. People who take me too seriously, I tend not to be friends with them for very long. The second question was my coming out story. That's a little complicated, so I'll wait to answer that at the end of the video. And then the third question was, do I think long-distance relationships are more difficult for gay or straight people? I think they're the same amount of difficulty, because no matter what, you're being apart from that person for a very long time, and you have a long distance, hence long distance relationship. So I think it's difficult for really anybody in that situation. Because in my case, if I had a boyfriend that was out, you could be jealous even if the person hanging out with you was straight, because it's just, they might like them more than you, and that could cause them to possibly break up with you. I know that's probably what I would be worried about. I am the jealous type, majorly. And for straight people, it goes for the same thing. Hanging out with other people of the opposite sex, or of the same sex, if you think that something might happen. Now on to my coming out story. This is where it gets a little complicated. I'm not completely out. I'm out to everybody at school. Everybody at school knows, and I'll explain how that happened in a little bit. But I'm not out to my parents. But my mom kind of knows. I'll get into that later. But they don't know for a fact. Like, I've never actually sat down and said, Mom, Dad, hey, I'm gay. Like, I've never actually done that. There hasn't really been any reason to. I've never had a boyfriend. I've liked many people, but I've never really had a boyfriend, so there's never been really any real reason to tell them. I'd like for them to. If they asked, I would say that I was gay, that I am gay, I mean, because I'm not trying to hide it, but then I guess I kind of am. Okay, so now on to my whole coming out story with my friends. It really isn't that interesting. Actually, after I was out to everybody, I said this to my friends, like, my coming out story was boring. I wish it came out more excitingly. Oh well, it happened. Well, first, okay. So this all started out 8th grade. Was when I started figuring out, oh hey, I like dudes. What the crap is this? That's literally what went through my mind. So, and then I didn't know what to do. I was already dating somebody, a girl. It would have been my 3rd year dating her. And well, I didn't know what to say. So then, but then I kind of went along. And I was like, I don't know. And when I went to 8th grade, it was not the same as my high school, and they weren't as accepting. There was a lot of homophobic people. A lot. 2 out of like 25 kids in my class. So they weren't as accepting. So instead of coming out completely as gay, I came out as bisexual. At first to my girlfriend, to my girlfriend, and to basically everybody by then. And I left it at that for a while. And then after I told everybody that I was bi, that's just kind of what happened. Everybody knew that I was bi, and they were okay with it, but I still wasn't quite ready to take the next step. And plus, I was having a girlfriend, and I didn't know how to tell her, especially how this kind of all started unraveling around the same time as our first kiss. It was horrible. Not the kiss. I mean, what I was feeling. I felt awful. Because I was lying to her, and I just didn't know it's raining. Well, it feels like it's raining. Anyways. So then we graduated from 8th grade. That was just bye. And I didn't know what to do. So then it was a summer of my 8th grade year. I was going to be starting high school at a completely different school than any of my other friends. And I was scared. But then I thought, maybe this is where I can finally be myself. But then, even then I was still struggling. I wasn't sure whether I was bi, gay. I had no idea. I was like, what? I don't even know. So then, I was with my grandparents, and I was watching Degrassi. And, it was one of the episodes with Marco and Dylan. And then I was like, it was one of the good episodes, like, when they were actually dating, and they were, like, happy, and I think it was their first date, when they first held hands in the movie theater. I was like, I want that. That is how I want my first date to play out. I want it, and I want it to be with a guy. That is when I was like, I am gay. I admitted it to myself, and I felt good about it. I was like, yes, that is what I am. So then I went upstairs, and I texted my best friend, and I'm like, actually, she texted me first, which was really weird, because I was about to text her, and it says something weird, like, I want you inside me. I think that's what the text said, and then I replied, I was like, oh, okay. Anyways, I have good news, I am gay. And then, we kind of talked more about it, and then we were talking about what I was going to say to my girlfriend. And then it just kind of happened. We broke up, and I kind of told her why. And it seemed like she understood. And I was happy. I was glad. We talked. We were still friends. It was wonderful. And then I started high school. So then it was the first day of high school, and things happened. I met new people. It was really great. I really liked it. But then, when this girl found out she liked me, I didn't know what to do. I went into complete panic. I wasn't ready. I didn't know if I wanted to tell these new people that I just met that I was gay. I had no idea. I just didn't know what to do. So I just said, I'll ask her to the dance, the homecoming dance, which was like in like 2 months. And I thought by then I'd have my mind cleared and blah, 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 blah. But then people kept pressuring me. She kept pressuring me, and then I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I asked her out. Uh-oh. And then word got around back to where my girlfriend goes to high school now. And she found out, my ex-girlfriend now. And she found out that I was dating another girl, and she got pissed. She hates me now. We have not talked since then. I have tried to talk to her. I have tried talking to her at the fair. She kind of ignores me. She doesn't really say much. But I really don't blame her. So then after that happened, I dated that girl for like 3 days, something like that. And then she was like, I think we're better off being friends. And I said, yes. And so me and that other girl, we broke up. I was thankful. And then I think it was around Christmas now, like New Year's. And Facebook, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm confused. I was just, just about that. And I was hoping that somebody would contact me so I'd be able to come out to somebody. And then the girl that I was dating earlier this year texted me and was like, I think I know what your statuses are about. You're bi. And I'm like, actually no, I'm gay. And she freaked out. She was happy. And then that's just kind of how it happened. And I just progressively told another friend and another friend, and then now the whole school. Okay, and I said how my mom and dad knowing is complicated, and I think my mom kind of knows. Here's more in depth about that. My dad, I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't think he knows at all. I have no idea. But earlier this year, I had this. I liked somebody, and he was almost my first boyfriend. but he ended up leading me on, and was really, yeah, that's a different story. We can get to that'll. If you want to know, you can hear about that later, some later date. Anyways, so then, but my mom found out about me texting him and things like that, and IMing and emails, whatnot. And she said some things, and we were in the car on my way to play rehearsal, and she was like, I just have to say this. It was like, I don't think anybody in this, she didn't actually really, hang on, let me just clarify something right now. She never actually came right out and admitted that she saw. I kind of just knew from sidelines type things. Anyways, and then she was like, I don't think anybody in this car is gay. I think it's just the thought of being with the same sex, and it's just it's a phase, and you know, normal things. But if anybody in this car is gay, then I'm fine with that and whatnot. Yeah, and that's just kind of how that happened. But I've never actually officially told her, as I said earlier. But I think I will soon. Well, I think I'm kind of forced into a corner there. Just wish he didn't do that. But oh well, whatever. But that's okay. And then when I come out to her, I'll post right off that Thursday, maybe even a little bit sooner. And I'll post right off on that Thursday after it happens and say, yo, people, it happened. So, yep, that is the last question. That's really it. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much for picking me for your channel. I'm really grateful. I feel like I could bring a lot to it. I'm really excited for this. I'm having so much fun with this video, and I'm so excited for my next video. So I'll see you all. I'll see you all then next Thursday. Thank you and goodbye.